I lit the candle again, laid myself at the edge of your name. Lace on skin and smoke in air, I feel your hands though you're not there. You're not a man, you're a flame I feed, a hunger I dress up like need. Every night becomes the right, I kneel alone, dim the lights, say your name like sacred sin, and let obsession pull me in. You're the God I made from want, the ache I bless, but fever I haunt. No one sees the way I break at your altar, wide awake. I burn for you slow, no fire, just glow. Every breath a vow, every moan you don't know. I dance for your ghost, wear you like wine, shed my shame where the stars don't shine. You don't ask but I still do, lay myself down at the altar of you.
I carved your name into my spine with whispered prayers, not blades or time. I don't forget the way you looked, so I relive it like a book. Repeat the scene, the breath, the bind, the way your voice redefined mine. I close my eyes and part my lips for silence dressed in fingerprints.
No one knows this place I go, where love turns into something slow, and sacred things become obscene when worship lives inside a dream. I burn for you slow, no fire, just glow. Every breath a vow, every moan you don't know. I dance for your ghost, wear you like wine, shed my shame where the stars don't shine. You don't ask but I still do, lay myself down at the altar of you.
This isn't fantasy, it's faith. This isn't lust, it's shaped like grace. You're not here, and yet you are my priest, my shadow, my northern star.
I burn for you slow, no fire, just glow. Your name in my mouth like secrets no one knows. I dance for your ghost, bare and true, and offer everything I ever knew. You don't ask, but I still do, lay myself down at the altar of you. At the altar of you. I don't speak unless you call, I don't stop until you fall. You don't ask where this leads, you just follow on your knees. My voice becomes your truth, and you offer me your youth. Every sigh a kind of prayer, every bruise a place I care. I don't take, you give it all, and I'll make you feel small, so you feel safe. I was born to be beneath, to find love inside your teeth. I don't fear the way you move, I live to be consumed. You undo me with a glance, break me for your sake. No light can love this deep. In your dark I sleep. Beneath you I bloom. Make me your room. Beneath me you breathe. Take all I leave. This isn't pain, it's proof. I was made to lose. And I take you slow. Because you asked to be below. You shiver like a prayer half said. And I answer what your body read. No shame, you wear it proud. Every moan becomes a vow. You don't need to bind my hands. I'm already where I stand. Your word is chain enough. And I beg to call it love. I don't raise my tone, you bend. I don't want this high to end. You're not broken, you're designed to be yours, rewired mine. Beneath you I burn. I ache for each return. Beneath me you shine. I love when you define. Not a game, a creed. You give what I need. And I take it slow. Because you asked to be below. Stay there. Forever. He doesn't raise his voice, but I still stop breathing. He walks in silence thick. One glance, my pulse gets sick. I don't ask what he'll demand. I just reach out for his hand. My body learns him like a prayer. Each touched a thread pulling air. I was wild before he came. Now I moan at just his name. He says still, and I obey. He says more. I give the day, no questions in my skin. Only the places he's been. He says still, and I go soft. He says more. I give the day, no questions in my skin. Only the places he's been. He says stay, and I go soft. He says mine, and I get lost. I don't need to understand. Just wanna fall beneath his hands. He says wait, I freeze. He says beg, and I say please. No escape, no other way. I only breathe when he says stay. He doesn't love with flowers. He gives me nights and hours of eyes that see me bare, of orders laced with care. He takes the parts I hide and lays them open wide. Not to hurt, but to reveal what only I with him can feel. He says hush, and I am hushed. He says slow, I lose the rush. The surrender isn't pain, it's worship wearing his name. He says stay, and I collapse. he says, hush, I hear stars. He says, now I fall apart. This is not a game we play. This is home. When he says, stay. You taste like a secret. You move like a sin. Silk on skin and your breath on mine. Every glance a crooked sign. You said don't fall, baby, too late. Now I'm tangled in your flame. I keep my voice soft, my head low. Say the word, I'll lose control. Every room becomes your throne, and I just wanna be overthrown. You trace my name with your tongue, like you wrote it just for fun. Every yes I whisper slow feels like heaven dipped in shadow. Let me ruin you slowly, with the way I kneel so holy. You say love, I feel home, and I want you to make me known. Knock me deep beneath my clothes, say I'm yours and take it slow. Let me ruin you slowly, make your darkness overflow. I wear your hunger like perfume. It clings to me inside this room. You stare like I'm a secret drug, and I breathe in every touch. You never needed to ask twice. Every please feels like a vice. Pull me in and bite my vow. I'm nothing but yours now. You paint control across my spine. I lose the rest, but you I find. I don't need a safe word, no. Just keep your hand wrapped around my soul. Let me ruin you slowly, with the way I break so holy. You say stop, I beg more. Every bruise a kind of lore. Mark me deep beneath my clothes, say I'm yours and take it slow. Let me ruin you slowly, make your darkness overflow. Chains made of silk, lips soaked in guilt. You pull the strings and I love how it feels. You said love is dangerous, but I was never safe with you. And baby, I never wanted to be. Let me ruin you slowly, wrap me up and hold me holy. You say mine, I lose time. Every second tastes like wine. Mark me deep beneath my clothes, say I'm yours, don't let me go. Let me ruin you slowly. just from the sound. A look, a touch, the way you parsed, and I come undone without a sound. I don't beg unless it's real, and this ache I feel is loud. You write rules into my skin, and I wear them like a shroud. You trace your name into my breath, take it all and leave the rest. I don't move till you say move, I don't feel unless it's you. I only fall when you say fall, only cry when you don't call. I only breathe when you say stay, only break the way you say. You pull the strings, I drop the veil, I kiss your lies and call them real. I only feel when you say, you said don't love you too deep, but I was born for drowning. And every time you say my name, it's chains, not crowns surrounding. You don't need to tie me down, your silence is enough. I bloom beneath your quiet, in pain and needing trust. You take your time like it's divine, and I pray inside each line. I don't want soft, I want what's true, even if it bruises too. I only fall when you say fall, only bloom when shadows call. I only ache the way you kiss, only live for nights like this. You pull the strings, I lose the fight, but baby losing you feels right. I only feel when you say, tell me stop, I won't. Tell me go, I don't. You made me like this, soft and owned and blissed. Say my name like a sentence, write your will into my spine. I was never looking for freedom, only a place to be mine. I only fall when you say fall, only crawl when you don't call. I only burn the way you look, only bend when pages shook. You read me like your holy book, and I stay every time you took. I only feel only when you say.
She says speak, I ask out loud. She says crawl, I'm on the ground. She doesn't ask, she claims, carves her name into my shame. She wraps me in a look so slow, I lose my will and beg to go. Nowhere but her arms, her floor. She says open, I give more. I'm not a man, I'm hers to keep, a promise made too dark, too deep. She smiles and I collapse, my heart's inside her grasp. She owns my breath, my bones. I never needed to be known, just own. She says stay, I stay. She says hurt, I pray. She pulls the strings, I dance, begging for her smallest glance. She says mine, I break. break, gives me pain then lets me shake. I don't run, I don't roam. She owns me like a home. I was built to follow her hands. She leads and I don't understand, but I follow blind, complete, and I kiss the ground beneath her feet. She doesn't raise her voice, no need. Her silence plants the seed. I bloom in pain, she designs, and I wither without her signs. She smiles and I collapse. My heart's inside her grasp. She owns my breath, my bones. I never needed to be known, just owned. She's She says stay, I stay. She says hurt, I pray. She pulls the strings, I dance, begging for her smallest glance. She says mine, I break, gives me pain and lets me shake. I don't run, I don't roam. She owns me like a home. I was built to follow her hand. She leads and I don't understand, but I follow blind, complete, and I kiss the ground beneath her feet. She lit the candle with her breath, told me love would taste like death. I drank her in, a holy sin. Now she's beneath, above, within. Chains of velvet, voice of smoke. She bends and I become the oath. I kiss the altar of her spine and call it sacred every time. She doesn't plead, she commands, and I offer up my hands. This isn't love, it's devotion, a storm wrapped in slow motion. I'm sanctified in her shadows, marked in the blood of her echoes. She says kneel and I descend, pray her name again and again. She wears power like perfume, every room becomes a tomb. I'm sanctified in a touch, and I will never ask too much. She writes spells and how she sighs, and I unravel when she lies. Not to deceive, but to control, to keep me bound inside her soul. I feel her fingers in my sleep, dragging me into the deep, where love is sharp and dark and slow, and pleasure hurts the more you know. She doesn't burn, she consumes, leaves her scent in every room. I'll walk through days in her fog, addicted, faithful, lost in art. I'm sanctified in her shadows, my sins reborn through her halos. She says bleed and I obey, give my pain to her each day. She holds silence like a blade, cuts me slow but I don't fade. voice, her scent, her throne.
I'm sanctified in the shadows, buried deep where no one goes. She whispers and I ignite, a flame baptized in night. No salvation, no regret, only her and what comes next. I'm sanctified, I confess, in her dark, I'm blessed. Obsessive, and I'll follow. You don't have to ask me why. You already know the way. I like you quiet, shy, eyes down, lips parted. My favorite kind of surrender started. I don't need to speak at all. You read me like a ritual. One command and I unfold every story I was told. You bloom in silence, I adore. I give and somehow crave more. You're not weak, you're divine. I was made to cross your line. Say the word, I'll follow. Let me serve, let me grow. You're not lost, you're mine, and I wanna blur the line. Say the word, I'll stay. I won't breathe till you say. You're the fire I claim, and I burn inside your name. You open like a rose at night, in my hands under moonlight. You don't break, you bend with grace, and I trace it on your face. Your voice, it pulls me through. No one else commands me like you. Not with force, but with breath, and I give you all that's left. I don't need to know your plan, just give me all you can. I wanna feel you lead, then let me take the knee. Say the word, I'll follow. Me serve, let me grow. You're not lost, you're mine, and I wanna blur the line. Say the word, I'll need. Every bruise is how I heal. You're the only vow I take, and I ache for what you make. You were never meant to run, I never wanted to. You were made for my hands, and they're the only truth I knew. Say the word, I'm yours. Every door, you get more than they see, because you're the one who frees me. Say the word, I'll stay. My command is where you lay. I don't need to lead or roam. Just say the word, and I'm home. Say it, and I'm yours. Say it, and I'm yours.
She doesn't speak, she whispers, and I still feel it in my chest. She walks in like velvet fire, Eyes low, but pulling higher. Doesn't beg, doesn't plead, just breathes and I concede. She knows the space she takes, it folds the room, it makes me ache. She kneels, and God I fall, like I was never strong at all. She's quiet, but it's law. Every silence has a claw. She gives me all and asks for pain. I give her both again. She bows, I break. One look and I obey. She's soft, but she owns the storm. Turns every rule into her form. She bows, I shake. I give her more than she can take. She doesn't ask, she reigns, and I surrender to her chains. She's not mine, I'm hers to hold. Wrapped in her quiet, bold and cold. She says stay, and I forget all the nights I ever wept. She lets me lead, but still she guides. With every tear she never hides. She's silk, she's stone, she's scripture torn, and I was made to be reborn. She doesn't scream, she sighs, but it echoes through my spine. She marks me where it hurts to heal, and every scar is how I feel. She bows, I break. One breath and I'm awake. She moans like a promise kept, and I lose every part I've kept. She bows, I burn. There's no lesson left to learn. She doesn't beg, she reigns, and I collapse into her chains. She's the ache I crave to serve, the line I cross without a curve. She opens and I disappear. There's no fear left, just her, just here. She doesn't need to reign, 'cause I belong inside her chains. I break.
I'd come to you with nothing hidden, and I take it like a vow. I don't ask to lead the way, I just want a place to lay, where I'm known but not undone, where I don't have to run. You see every crack I hold, and touch them soft like gold. I don't beg, I offer all, and wait to hear your call.
You never have to speak too loud. I see a need beneath the shroud. You don't fall, you let go slow, and I catch you every time you show.
You're not weak, you're brave to bend, and I'll be gentle till the end. My hand isn't just command, it's shelter when you can't stand.
I need your voice like air.
I'll be the silence there.
I give not out of fear,
But because you know I'm near.
this is where I lay in your hands.
I don't need to grace every time you find my place. No change, just how we stay. I am yours where I lay. I don't need to fight to feel. With you every bruise can heal. You don't ask for anything, but I still give you everything. You're soft, but never small. You're the reason I stand tall. You trust me with your name, and I hold it like a flame. I lead because you ask. I follow, drop the mask. You're not less, you're light that only shines at night. This is where I lay in your hands. I don't need to understand. I just hold what you give, and I learn how to live. This is where I fall into grace every time you find my place. No change, just how we stay. I am yours where I lay. This is home, and I won't let go. You said I was dangerous, but you keep coming back. Red dress, bare skin, wine on your lip. One taste and I forget how to quit. You lean in like a question mark, and I answer in the dark. You wanna be undone slow. One touch and you already know that I don't stop at your skin. I sink my name deep within. You don't flinch when I say stay. You just beg I take the day and stretch it into nights where wrong starts feeling right. I'm your favorite sin, the one you crave, the ache you keep and never save. Say it, I'm yours, whisper low. No one else has to know. Let me in where you hide your shame. Call my name while you misbehave. I'm your favorite sin, don't lie. You need me more each time. I keep your secrets in my hands, wrapped in silk and dark demands. You want control, baby, prove it. But I see the way you lose it when I say down